Good evening, everyone. I will wait for the feed to be. I will wait for people to get logged in so I can start. How's everybody doing? Good afternoon to everybody. We'll wait for a little bit more, see if the feed increases, and if it is increasing, I will start. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News. This is a special bulletin on the Caravan update and what is going on in Chiapas. Good afternoon to everybody. It's 1:10 in the afternoon over here in Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico. I am located at Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico. This is where we are getting our information on the caravan that is moving violently up north into the United States and into our borders as well as El Paso, Arizona, and Tijuana. For everybody to know, this is the update regarding, and I have to say that my source is the one that is giving me all this information that is 100% accurate regarding what is going on in the caravan and the city of Chiapas. Voy a estar con el público mexicano en unos momentos más. I will be doing Spanish in a few moments for everybody to know. How's everybody doing? Good afternoon. There are 3,000 people. 3,000 people that they moved today in the caravan. They rushed the border again. And they are at Tapachula. They are violently aggressive. And there's another one that they're stuck in Mapastepec. Mapastepec is around an hour and 20 minutes from Ciudad Hidalgo. These caravans are moving violently up to the north. They are destroying our sovereignty in the city of Chiapas. They are assaulting. They are shoplifting. And they are finding whatever is on their hands to survive. That is how these people are moving up to the north to our cities. There's 3,000 of them that they are accompanied by federal police. They are accompanied by the police department, and they are the ones that they're protecting these migrants to move up to the north. There's a big rumor and speculation that there are several different organizations from Mexico that they want to put a barricade before they enter Oaxaca. Oaxaca is the next city that is approximately close to Chiapas. These organizations are 100% Mexicans and they want to stop this invasion. This is the information that it just came in. Human Rights gave the declaration today of the Department of Human Rights that they have a gigantic problem with the gangs from MS-13 and MS-18. These people are blending in these caravans. Approximately, they say that around 200 to 600 of them, they're infiltrated in these caravans. The amount of people that they have been deported since December in Mexico is 5,000 in comparison to the amount that it has growth enormously in the United States on the month of December. That is more than 76,000. For you guys to understand, what am I referring to these gangs? I'm going to try to translate to you guys with the report of my source from Chiapas. He's saying these gangs are looking for being infiltrated in the Caravan. They are accused of extortion, homicides, assault with a deadly weapon, grand theft, terrorism, and sexual attacks. The Human Rights Commission has said that they are asking the federal government for help, knowing that the triangle of these three countries, that is Guatemala, El Salvador, and Honduras, they have been acting, trying to find delinquents of this gang-related MS-13s and MS-18s to stop them, to not flee and to not infiltrate themselves to our border in Guatemala to Mexico. Human Rights of Chiapas said that not just this weekend in El Salvador, 117 migrants of the MS-13 got stopped from trying to enter Mexico. The person that is in charge is Howard Cotto. He said that this delinquents that were trying to infiltrate themselves in this caravan were all of them accused of charges of extortion and terrorism. And in that particular operation that they are trying to find this particular gang members, they found 10 leaders of these organizations that they were detained before they entered the port of entry of Mexico. The speculation is that between 200 and 600 of them, they already in our country in Mexico. The National Police of El Salvador and the General Police of the Republic of El Salvador has been reported that they have detained 11 organizations that they are involved with the MS-13. They are 11 organizations, little organizations that they're involved, delinquent organizations that they're involved with the MS-13, that they operate in El Salvador, and they are accused, all of them, of extortions and 16 homicides as of the last month. Also, they said that a study of the authorities, it's the study that they just gave for the government of Mexico to prevent themselves, is that this particular gang of the MS-13 in El Salvador, the amount of members that they are underage is between 65,000 to 75,000 members. Out of those 65 to 70,000, 17,000 are in prison. A lot of them have been escaping from prison to flee in the Caravan. In this year, in the last year in El Salvador, all these 17,000 of these members that they are imprisoned, they're saying that they're possibly charged with 3,340 homicides. Tapachula right now registers 3,000 migrants that they are fleeing and they are aggressively coming to the north. Mapastepec is registered right now 3,000 immigrants that they are fleeing and they are aggressively moving to the north. All of these 6,000 that they're stuck between Tapachula and Mapastepec, they are not having all of this 6,000 that they are in the Caravan as of right now. They are not giving them humanitarian visas and they are not giving them visas of transit. although they are stuck in this two parts of the city, is around 48 kilometers from Ciudad Hidalgo to Mapastepec. Mapastepec is a little town that they have transportation, that the speculation is that from there in Tapachula, they're going to get buses to move to the north. The number that is particularly right now stuck in Ciudad Hidalgo is 6,000 immigrants. Remember that the last number that I gave you guys, it was around 20 to 21,000. It's only 6,000 stuck there, 3,000 in Mapastepec and 3,000 in Tapachula. That is around 12,000. Where did the other 9,000 went? They're moving up north. The ones that we need to be preoccupied is the ones that they're entering right now violently through the border of Chiapas. The police officers and the federal government, they are not containing this caravan. So what they're doing is just open the border for them to come in. These people, they don't understand that there's a time limit and there's hours for them to enter our country. They are entering violently at whatever time they want. And they are telling our authorities that if they don't open their door, they're going to enter violently. I'm sorry. The mother of all caravans is now moving. This is the first part of the mother of the caravans. Is between 3,000. Where is it? 3,000 to 3,137 people. That is the amount that is speculating for them to move aggressively to the north. The amount of members of the MS-13 and MS-18 is between 200, 300 to 600 that they are already infiltrated in the caravan. Remember, as I just told you, these gangs are accused, all of them, of extortion, homicides, assault with a deadly weapon, theft, terrorism, and sexual attacks. Human Rights has pleaded for help for the federal government now that they see that El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras is acting in a slowly fashion, but they detain 117 members, migrants that they try to infiltrate themselves, and the mother of caravans that they were involved with the MS-13. All of this, they did another operation to detain other 10 leaders of the organizations that they would try to infiltrate themselves to penetrate our borders to Guatemala. Our government is overwhelmed. They can't do anything about it. The orders are coming from Marcelo Ebrard. Marcelo Ebrard is the one that is in charge of the international relations, and he's the one that is calling the open borders on the south door. That is why these migrants are being custodied by the federal government, by the police department, and by protection of another organization of the federal government. People, we are basically invaded in Chiapas. This caravan is moving violently to the north. I advise you to call your authorities as soon as possible and let everybody know that this caravan is moving up to these borders. The speculation of people that they want to move. El Paso, Arizona, New Mexico, and Baja California. Those are the borders that these people want to move violently and rapidly to our country. There is a speculation of two organizations that they are trying to put a barricade in Oaxaca. These organizations are patriots from Mexico that they are organizing themselves to form a good amount of people to block them to come in to Oaxaca. Oaxaca is the next state that is close to Chiapas. They're trying to form a barricade to stop these people, to stop them from fleeing and to coming in more deeply into our country. Apparently, the buses are at Tapachula. That is where the part that they are getting the buses. So, for you guys to get the information right now, I will post this information on my page, and you guys can share this information as much as you want. The Caravan right now, that has entered another 3,000 that they're moving violently to Tapachula. And there's another one that it got stuck in Mapastepec that is around an hour and 20 minutes from Ciudad Hidalgo. I will answer some questions right now for you guys. I will move the questions in the feed only for questions. Make them a little bit short so I can read your questions and answer them as fast as possible. By walking. The timing you give is that by walking or by bus. No, they walk. They walk around 48 kilometers from Ciudad Hidalgo to Mapastepec. Is Mexico using the military? No, they're not. What is the solution for this invasion from Mexico to USA? Close the border of Guatemala. Are there any walls being built? In the United States, yes. In Mexico, no. What is Trump doing about it? I don't know. You can ask that to your country. Do you think they will stop them in Oaxaca? I hope yes. Where are they directing to? Mexico City. That's the number one place that also Mexico City is getting invaded. Mexico is being such a big country. Why can they use the military? I don't know. We signed that International Pact of Immigration, and that is what is giving these people the freedom to walk all over us. Is Guatemala encouraging the caravans? A lot of political parties, yes, they're doing that. Why is Mexico not stopping them from crossing? I just told you, the International Pact of Immigration overrules almost our Constitution. How long till they get to Tijuana? 6 to 7 days. 3 to 7 days. I'm sorry, 3 to 7 days. Is Mexican police protecting them? Yes, they are. They are accompanying the road. They're getting accompanied by. How far is Oaxaca from Tijuana? It's all the way down south of the country. It's really far away. The Mexican president is not going to say no statement. A lot of reporters and a lot of journalists have asked him this question. It is a problem. What are you going to do about it? And he responds all the time, we are going to protect the immigrants. I just told you, what does AMLO say about the caravan? Who is paying these caravans to get into the U.S.? It's a large explanation. It's really big. It's a lot of people. It's the UN with the left and the socialists. It's a lot of people. What does this caravan consist of on crossing illegally to the United States? Are you in favor of closing the borders? If of the borders of the United States, if it serves for an example, yes, I'm in favor of it. Your son is okay in Todos Santos. That's an island. It's far away from Tijuana. Don't worry about it. Oscar, you're always asking how we are doing. So how you and your family are doing. A lot of people are, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm a little preoccupied right now. Things are getting serious now. There's no time for drama. There's no time for fighting over really stupid comments. There's no time for that. This has been a serious subject since it started. A lot of people intend to just make it a fun subject. This has never been fun for me. I live over here. I live in my country. I live in Tijuana. I don't move to the United States and come back. I live right here. So yes, I'm preoccupied that I'm calling my friends in Chiapas and they're crying of anger to see their city being invaded by immigrants. Yes, I'm really preoccupied of what's going on in my country, and my president and my government is not doing anything about it. I am absolutely mad, and we are going to try with the organizations from here, from Tijuana, we're going to try to do something to stop this as soon as possible. More questions? Do you think these migrants have a reason to request asylum or are lying about it? A lot of them are lying about it. And a lot of them, they're just fleeing away and they're running away from violence and delinquency. The problem is that they're coming into our country that is one of the most violent countries in the world. And if it is, number one. So, it is quite illogical what they're asking when we are not asking for asylum and they are. It's really illogical. The maps are really helpful. I show you guys a map. A lot of people were making fun of me because I was teaching how people, or I was showing how this caravan was moving. And it was not a geography lesson. No, it was not. It was just how these people are moving up north. And I show you which port the Africans are coming in. And I show you which states are they moving, because these states are from the political party Morena. So that is why I show you that map. Do you think the citizens are going to join together and rise up? That's what they're trying to do in Oaxaca. More questions, everyone? Blair, if you want to communicate via messenger, I will talk to you right there. Are coyotes within the group splitting them up across separately? There are coyotes over there in Guatemala. There are coyotes over there in Chiapas. There are coyotes all over the place. This is a human business. It's a human auction, like I've been telling you guys since the start. It has to do a lot with one cartel. And this cartel in particularly, they are the ones that they're moving a lot of people with organizations that they're collided with migrants. Ángeles Sin Fronteras, Pueblos Sin Fronteras, and all these organizations that they're protecting migrants. It's a human auction. Really it is. They're making billions and billions of dollars out of this movement. Have a great evening, everyone. We will see each other a little bit more late. I will do an update later on this afternoon. And I will try to give you more than an update. I'll keep in touch with my source in Chiapas, good friends of mine. And we'll be talking in a few moments. Have a great evening. This was Oscar Blue for Border Network News. Stay safe, peace and love, and always your country first.